Why is it wrong for a leader to change his opinion in the face of new information?
Oh, age-old question, but absolutely pertinent. Sir Keir Starmer has dropped the £28 billion green investment package, and Starmer says the pledge isn't affordable anymore. But, Josh, now look, I keep coming to you on Labour questions because you are a Labour voter. Isn't it the case... Traditionally. Fine, traditionally. Yeah. But is it not the case that Labour, well, Starmer in particular, does U-turn quite a lot?
Well, that's what his critics will say, but arguably having new information, changing your mind, that is a sign of intellect, and arguably also part of the reason that we're in the situation we are culturally in this country is because people aren't changing their minds and they're reading a tiny bit of information and going, this is it, this is what my tribe think, and I'm not going to change my mind. And
So, George makes a good point in a way that you know, when you are presented with new information, the adult thing to do is to change it. But if you are the shadow leader, it looks like you're not sticking to your principles, or that you don't have principles.
Or does it look that you are principled because you've obviously done the maths and it doesn't make any sense? I watched, was it Wes Streeting?
Yes.
I always get him confused with whoever Wes was that was Freddy Krueger, but anyway, that's another story.
Wes Craven.
Well, Wes Craven,
Yeah.
right, John Craven's Newsround, right. So, but the point is that why he came up with it thinking that he could afford it anyway, or whoever did, it seemed a bit ridiculous, but I don't have any problem. I actually think it shows a bit of integrity, because it's like, well, we're not going to push
But is it because of conviction? Is it because of new information? Or is it because it's polled badly?
Well,
and that's my issue. And that is the problem. So there is an idea there. And I will say, in terms of flip-flopping or inconsistencies, there was a disgusting thing in Labour. There's by-election coming up in Rochdale, and this person came up with, the Labour candidate came up with this insane conspiracy theory that Israel deliberately wanted the attack to happen on October 7th. Whatever. And this person's been allowed to sort of apologise and still stay in power. Now,
I thought the Labour Party dealt with these kind of issues.
Well, they have been since Keir Starmer has taken over, but this is an inconsistency. This is a flip-flop because someone is delving in anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, and when it comes to that, you know, I know it's too late now to get a new candidate, but first of all, they should have immediately highlighted this person. But secondly, now they would be a lot. Maybe they would lose this election because they wouldn't have anyone standing if they pulled him. Yeah. But at the same time, this would show the rest of the country Labour's safe in terms of dealing with these kind of people inside their party.
It is difficult, isn't it? I mean, is there a way, Bruce, for a leader to change his mind or her mind and not be accused of flip-flopping? You're a flip-flop expert, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm a very definite person. But
okay, no, but I thought I meant the footwear.
No, I've got funny feet. No.
Oh, really?
No, yeah. But interestingly, though, friends of mine, they have the European director of Havaianas flip-flops staying with them.
Is that right?
Yeah, no, honestly. This in Royal Dock.
You see how the stars align?
I know. It's unbelievable.
Incredible. But actually, quickly, Josh, on that issue of anti-Semitism, you mentioned something to me in the break which I found quite astonishing about Yes Minister. Do you want to tell us what this is?
This hasn't blown up at all, but someone was looking for Yes Prime Minister, and it goes episode...
The old
5,
sitcom, right?
The old sitcom, the seminal sitcom, one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. And it goes episode 5, and then this is on the BBC iPlayer and also on Sky, and it goes episode 5, and then it goes episode 7. And you can't get episode 6 because it's about Israel.
That is absolutely astonishing. Yeah. Have you verified this? Have you?
I've verified, yeah. And
what's going on there?
Well, let's watch the space. But
they do this all the time. So I was talking to John Cleese about this because there's an episode of Fawlty Towers, and if you watch it on the BBC streaming service, they've cut out a scene from the Germans, the episode of the Germans, because there's a racial slur in the scene. But of course, the use of the slur is to attack and mock the person using it. So they're just like, I wish these streaming services would just leave stuff alone, because otherwise we just have to buy the old DVD box sets, don't we? Otherwise we're just not going to get the...
But to cut an entire episode,
that's
because it's problematic for mentioning Israel is
well, you know, we don't know, of course, why they've done it, but if that is the case, that's disturbing.